21 away from the hour of 7. At the top of the hour, we have news coming your way. And here on Morning Barbados, we like to share everything that neck of the woods. So we want to remind you, coming out of that chat we just had with Jessica Odo-Baril and Dr. O'Neill Paris, the chairman of BACA, we want to let you know that there is a forum taking place on hospice and palliative care today at the Lloyd Erskine Sanford Center. It's a part of that conference, you know, the third diaspora conference. Yes. And it starts at 11:15. Sanford Center. It's free to the public, so you can go and learn as much as you can, hear more about the project. But another project that is happening that is exciting as well and is building up the spirit is what the JCIs are doing with this special nomination for an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur. And Toni Thorne is here. You know she's an entrepreneur. Yeah, she is a busy girl. And we have Abina Agar, the JCI president. That is, of course, Junior Chamber International. Ladies, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
A pleasure. Well, I'll let you start first, Abina, to tell us about the JCI's initiative.
Okay. Well, you know we would have been here with you guys in February, and thank you for having us then.
Pleasure.
And we would have been speaking about international program that we have called the 10 Outstanding Young Persons Award. And what that seeks essentially is to identify persons who've made positive change and positive impact within their communities and highlight them, pretty much to encourage other persons to take that step and to take the risk to do the exact same thing. And these persons don't necessarily need to be members of JCI Barbados. They can be members of the general public. All they have to do is be, you know, fit the parameters of the organization. And when we launched the program in February, we actually had 4 nominations come in from the public of Barbados. It was very well received, and of those 4, all 4 of them made it through to the national level. And the national organization, which is JCI West Indies, would have submitted these 4 on our behalf to JCI International. Once it gets there, there's a judging panel, and of course we all sat down with bated breath and we were like, we hope we get through, we hope we get through. And then we got notified that one of our nominees, Toni, who's with me today, was actually successful, and it was of over 200 nominations worldwide. Wow. And she made it to the top 20. So the competition is now at the point where it's at the final stage. She's one of the top 20 finalists, and it's going to be a judging as well as public votes. So we're just trying to garner some support, not just from Barbadians, but from West Indians, because there's no limitation on who you are and where you have to vote from. Right. And since she's not just representing JCI Barbados, but essentially JCI West Indies, we're hoping to get as many persons as possible behind her to get that vote. Because right now she's actually in 2nd place. Fingers crossed she actually gets the first.
More goosebumps.
Yes, she is. But you know, we're trying to get at least about 5,000 votes. So we're just about the 600 or 700 mark. So we really do have a way to go before the deadline of August 15th.
What's the website?
It's
jci.cc/TOYP vote.
Okay.
But once they go to jci.cc, they will. It's basically easy.
Wonderful. And we have all this information available on our Facebook page and our Instagram page. We've been sending out lots and lots of stuff via social media.
I checked it out last night.
Yeah.
Yes. But I want to go back to Toni for a moment, because if we're talking about being the entrepreneur of the year, I'd like an idea of what it is that you do, and we could then
where to start.
Yeah.
Boy,
then we could have a good idea for the kind of entrepreneurship that's existing amongst us.
Not only entrepreneurs, they choose 10 outstanding young people of the world. So you have different people doing different things, whether it is
technological innovation.
Exactly.
Because Toni is actually recognized for the cultural achievement section.
So what I tend to do is I was always involved in the arts. I was always involved in taking initiative and being very creative from a child. So I've kind of just who I am, and that's my purpose in life, and try to make a business out of it, because the worst thing you could do in life is do something that you don't want to do or you don't love. So I think the most important thing is to find what you love and then try to feed yourself from it.
Okay.
Simple.
So you brought along some props here.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my magazine Pompa Sat, and I would have started it 2 years ago, and it was this size. It actually could
hold it
the same size as my palm.
Look at that.
And then I grew it, because obviously I had to self-fund it.
It kept growing.
Yeah, and it kept growing. And then today, this is why it's known. And I really have to thank Corporate Barbados.
Let me hold that. Wow. Because you're moving these things real fast.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, so you started though after all your work with Dancing Africa.
Yeah.
It was about Boic Designs where we saw you at the showcases at Sherburne Center back then.
Caribbean Fashion, Jamaica, and obviously I would have. That what you're seeing on screen now is Martha Smile. That's a charity program for 1 year that I had in Jamaica for HIV infected orphans, where I paid for them to have music and dance lessons after their home was burnt down, and a lot of them weren't doing well academically, and the Child Development Agency in Jamaica wanted somebody to come and help them, you know, do things in the arts.
Your magazine Pomposette has got Amanda Reefer of Cover Drive. Yeah. Very, very nice. So, and you of course, in recent years, you were busy designing and coordinating a band for 4-Day Morning.
Yeah, Island Fusion 4-Day. That has also been a success. We at one point had to have more than one band, and people say that we've changed the game because we would have been the first persons to bring the controversial frontline costumes. I feel it's a monster. But yeah, so I do the creative direction for Island Fusion. Anything that's creative from that arm of the business falls under my portfolio. I would have also started Saddler's West Coast Experience, which is the carnival on the West Coast.
Fantastic.
And I love doing it. I love to be able to, what you're seeing on screen, that would have been me at Caribbean Fashion Week. I would have been 19 then.
Boy!
Yeah, I would have won a competition with BIDC. I asked my parents to do a clothing line. They said no, and I saw a competition with BIDC where you won $500 for your ID. I submitted the ID, won the $500, and used the money to start the business.
Boy, again. So parents then, how instrumental have they been?
I think that my parents
Morning, Jennifer. Morning, Val.
I think my parents have been really instrumental in, as I said before, making sure that what you do actually makes some form of money, because I think I always wanted to do certain things. It's all a certain initiative, but not feeling as if I had a pad to jump back on and be like, oh, give me this or give me that. And I think the best thing sometimes that parents could tell you is do it yourself or no, and then you have to find a way to be able to do it and make it work. I don't think that if I had to be a child that I was handed money to do a lot of these things, I don't think that they would have been as successful or innovative or creative as they would have been. And I regret it at all. As I said, I started the magazine and it was in the palm of my hand, and I asked my mom for a loan and I had to pay her it back. So now it's to a stage where it is sustainable, and I get a lot of support from Corporate Barbados, and I'm really, really thankful. And I've had a whole set of people, Huffington Post writers, and I'm actually now been invited to write for Huffington Post. So it's been an amazing, amazing track, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I could sit here and say Boic all morning.
Yeah, you know. But again, if you want to find more, it's a great thing. Check the website or check their Facebook page. JCI, of course, nomination for entrepreneur, and this is not just regional. This is worldwide.
And vote, right?
And
you want
vote.
To vote. Quickly.
Listen, to vote, all you have to do is go onto the website. Under Toni's bio is a Facebook like button. All you have to do is click like. It takes about 2 seconds to vote. Voting 15, and at the end of it, Toni gets a trip to Germany to receive her award in front of JCI World Congress. So everybody, let's get it together. And I mean, everyone says it for cricket, but I personally believe in rally around the West Indies, and let's get our girl to Germany.
Good job. All the best, Toni Thorne. Keep on keeping on. We love you, and I'm sure that your parents respect you for all your achievements as well.
I hope so.
All right, we'll be back. We'll tell you what's happening with Teching Out, but we're going to take in a traffic report before that.